Hi there and welcome to, do you know what? Yes, probably you know. It's the third part, although it was a few more videos, but it's the third part of this series on blues. Oh, blues is so nice to play. A major, no, well, it's a major third, minus 7, it's A7 over here. That's going to be the key of the next piece that we're going to have a look at, and mainly we're going to do that for a special element that has really gone through lots of different genres of music. But to do that we need to meet somebody, and that's Sonny Boy Williamson the second. So yeah, that's right, Sonny Boy Williamson the second. Well, they just call him number 2, because actually he took the name of Sonny Boy Williamson, who then had to, you know, be known as Sonny Boy Williamson 1, because otherwise everybody would get really confused. And there's a whole story about how Sonny Boy Williamson had to go drive and find the guy who was playing in his name, and they were both bluesmen and both playing the harmonica. And Sonny Boy Williamson 2, the second of the name, he is such a fun character. He's got also a few TV appearances too, which is quite rare, but he's such a funny, cheeky character. It's not so much about the pain and the weight of the blues, but in this one, in the song that we're going to have a look at, it's called Keep It To Yourself. It's about don't tell your family, your parents, don't tell your husband, basically. That's Keep It To Yourself. So feel free to go and have a quick listen to the song, but we can still learn the elements of it anyway. And what we want to have a look at is basically this element that we have a lot in rock. I'll play it a bit lower so you get an idea. Right, when we have this, when we have and also this, yeah, on all the chords basically. We've got this, and also on the 5th, and on the 4, and on the 1. The 1 being here, A7. Now if you're wondering, how did you get that sound? Again, I'm using the pedal that helps me get the octaves going on, which is called a whammy DT something. I don't know. It's kind of practical. I like it. So, and it enables me to play the bass when you're improvising, as you know. So what we want to do here is notice what's going on. Well, the idea is that the 5th of each chord is going up to a 6 and down to a 5th. So that's what we were having with the... This is the 5th and this is the root, and this is the 5th and it's going to a 6 and it's going back to a 5 and a 6 and 5 and 6 and 5. Right, so if we play a normal A, where is the root? Well, it's the open A string. It's the chord of A, open A, that's the root. But we've got it here too, actually. So we've got 2 A's, C sharp, you don't need to know this, I'll tell you, it's the 3rd. And here we've got the 5, which is on the open E string. So we need to transform that 5 into a 6. So we move it up 2 frets. E, F sharp, and that means we've got a 5, the 5th of the root, and the 6th, because A, B, C, D, E, 5, A, B, C, D, E. We just counted, that's fine. And we needed to move it to an F, but it's 2 semitones, F sharp, right? So the 6th, A, B, C, D, E, F, 6 sharp. So what you want to do is play it down and then kind of mute, and then play it again, and then quickly put the 6 on, mute, and then play the 6 again, the chord, and then play the normal one again. So play, mute, play 6, mute, 6, 5, mute, 5, 6, mute, 6, 5, mute, 5, 6, mute, 6, 5, mute, 5, 6, mute, 6, 5. So I say 5, but it's normal A, normal 5th. And we can do that for all the other chords too. Next chord is the D. We need to figure out what's the 5 of the D. It's D, E, F, G, A. Right, so we find an A and we transform it into A, D, E, F, G, A, B. Into a B. So here's our D, and here's open A and a B. use all three fingers, add the little finger, or just play it like this. And on the E we can do the same. But we're actually going to use different shapes. I'm going to show you the fifth in green. And here we have an A7. Let's go with the sevens. No more of these, just an A. We need some sevens, this is blues. And the 6 is here. 5, 5, 6, 6, 5. And now with the D, we're going to play a D, low 7. And back to the A, 5 and 6. And for the E7, here it is. Oh, you could figure that out by yourself actually. If you want to pause now and see if you can get it by yourself. E7 with a movement from 5 to 6. Pause and then see if you get it right. Okay, right, so E7. The 5th from E is a B and the B is A sharp, B. And so it's here. Little finger on A4 going back down to A2. And the D now. And the A. Wow, cool. And now we're going to do this with this loop. And we're going to play it together, the whole thing. With something to beat the beat, actually. Okay, you hear that? That's our beat. And these are the chords for the song. Keep It To Yourself, Sonny Boy Williamson. Let's play it together. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Second bar. Okay, now the D. And back to the A. 2 bars of A. And now E. And right at the end of the A, a bit of E7. And that's how it goes. By the way, we've talked about these classic blues 12 bars. And actually, a lot of them have slight variations. Now you noticed at the end right there, we had in the very last bar some A and also some E7. So 2 beats of each. They shared it in half. But for example, there's a further variation that we can bring to this version, and it's instead of the second bar of the root chord, or the root chord, we can actually have some 4, some subdominant meaning A, B, C, D. We can have some D instead. And that would mean that we have A, D already, and then A. Now let's try that with this small change, and with also the 2 and 2 at the very last bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Already change. And back to A for 2 bars. And D, 2 bars. And A for 2 bars. And E7. And D for 4 beats. And 3, 4, 1, 2, E7. And back to the beginning. Baby, do me a favor. Keep our business to yourself. Oh, please, darling, do me a favor. Keep our business to yourself. I don't want you to tell nobody in your family. And don't tell your family, don't tell your mother, father, sister, don't tell your brother. And in a very special verse, you get a bit more info about what's going on. And sometimes we have this in blues, and it's a great opportunity to talk about this, is that sometimes we stop on a chord and we'll sing a bit, or we'll have... Oh, I'm a baby. And then we start again with the whole rhythm and the rhythm section and the chords. And that's so cool because all of a sudden you have... You have a break. and you're building up something with a bit of drama. And here in this case, after a few trips through all these chords, what happens is that we have a loud A7, 2, 3, and 4, and A, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, up, down, up, 2, and then we go back normal with the chords. And then we keep continuing the loop. That's a very frequent element of blues, and it helps to give a bit of change to the song and to sort of structure it a bit. So here actually the lyric says, you have a husband, I have a wife. If you start to talking, that's gonna mess up our life. Well, please keep our business to yourself. Don't you tell nobody, don't you mention to anyone else. It's something like this. Of course, if you're singing blues, you need to sort of find your voice and maybe listen to the song a lot and get familiarized with how you want to sing certain things. But let's try that together. We're going to play 1 12 bars normal, and you play the chords and I'll play the bass. And then we're going to have this thing with the whole 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and back to normal. Okay, so 12 bars normal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, E7, D, and A, and then a bit of A, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, get 2, 2, 3, get second bar of A, E. Hey, good job. Okay, now it's solo time, and we're going to use these notes. Basically, we're putting our index on the 5s here on the 2 top strings, and we're playing 5, 8, 5, 7. On the A string, 7, 5, E string, 8, 5. But the cool thing is that this note on A5, we can also play it here on G7. So if it's hard to bend this one up, we can also play this one like this. Okay, these are your notes. You know what to do. Take your time. Feel free to bend this one a lot, the E8, and feel free to bend this one if you can, or use it here to bend it also. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, bend. Bend those notes. Good job bending those strings again. Do the fingers hurt a bit? Yes. Well, good news. The next and last element that we're having a look at involves no bends. See you in a second.